If you hang around in the Rainbow Six community for any length of time, there are some tips that get tossed around that seem really simple in practice, but are honestly easily forgotten or overlooked. And most of these tips aren't even related to Siege, but just common things that help you out with just shooters or even your life in general. Today, my goal is to put together a collection of 5 of these uncommon tips to help you improve your overall performance in Rainbow Six. The first tip I have for today is practicing your aim even outside of Rainbow Six. One of my favorite things about Rainbow Six is that even if your aim is mediocre like myself, you can still play effectively. That being said, aim still does play a significant role in any FPS and should not be taken lightly. Therefore, it is in your best interest to take a few minutes during your warm-up to practice your aim. I think everyone has fired up a round of Terrorist Hunt to warm up, and this does work to an extent, but let me offer you a few other ideas. First, try a game called Aim Lab. It's free on Steam right now, and I'll drop the link in the description to make it easier to find. This is an early access game that is focused specifically on helping you build up your core elements of playing an FPS. It will train you in flicking, reaction time, auditory cues, cognition, accuracy, and more. It also gives you an evaluation of your performance after every exercise, telling you what you did well at and what you need to work on. I honestly implore you to download this game and give it 5 minutes before you even boot up Siege. This will at the very least tell you what you need to work on, and it will help you improve in those areas. Alternatively, you could try other games like CSGO or COD, where aim and reaction time is far more important than Rainbow Six. And while this can help you in similar ways to Aim Lab, I highly suggest you get Aim Lab or another aim trainer purely dedicated to helping you improve your specific weaknesses. The next tip is going to make me sound a bit like a middle-aged mother, but make sure you eat. There is a huge link between the reaction time and whether or not you are hungry. According to a study I found, and I'll put the link in the description, between food and reaction time, the more hungry you are, the more your brain is subconsciously focused on food and not the task at hand. I think this is something we all kind of know inherently, but often forget. Of course, proper calorie intake is always going to be better than gorging on pizza, but even just a quick snack will help keep your mind clear when playing really any game. Linking closely with the last tip is to make sure that you are drinking water. No, not Mountain Dew, not Monster, not even your favorite beer, but water. Feeling a physical dehydration is of course a concern, but your brain will actually start to slow down when it is not provided the proper amount of water it needs. Both caffeine and alcohol rid your body of water as it's being filtered out through your kidneys, which actually causes even worse dehydration in the long run. So make sure that while you do have that tasty Mountain Dew handy, you also have a bottle of water to guzzle down first. And number 4, Siege, similar to other competitive games, is a mental game. But unlike other FPSs, it's doubly as important in Siege. Your mindset before you enter a round absolutely has an effect on your performance. If you think you're going to win, you have a much better headspace and will be able to think more clearly about the round. It doesn't guarantee a win, but it does give you clarity. This is why some professional teams are better at LAN than others, because nervousness and stress can absolutely have an effect on your match results. So here are a few mini tips to help you get in a good headspace. Exercise beforehand, doing some stretches. This helps clear your head and rids of any pre-existing stress before you begin playing. Eating and drinking, like mentioned above, can help affect your clarity and your mood. Your mood in a match is very important to being an asset to your team and not just a liability. Before you even enter the game, go in with a mindset of learning from your deaths and lost matches. Learn what you can about the game, your opponent, anything that you can adapt and add to your list of tools in the next round. Siege is all about learning, using creativity, and experimenting. Don't get caught up on that stupid kill Rook pulled off on White Stairs. Evaluate how Rook got that kill, and try it for yourself the next round. And my own suggestion here is to hop into a Terrorist Hunt mission on House, and pick realistic. If you're a fairly average player like myself, you are going to die rather quickly, and it's going to flash a big "Mission Lost" on your screen. This has always been demoralizing for me, because I failed. Now enter the match with a new mindset. Get the most kills possible. You'll probably get about 2 or 3 and you'll die again. Don't pay attention to that splash screen. You are trying to get kills. Keep joining matches and you will feel yourself improve slowly but surely. This is exactly how you should play any other game mode in Siege. Instead of letting the X killed you or mission lost screen affect you, just put that aside, continue to learn, and you will slowly improve. And the last point I want to make here kind of wraps the last 3 points in a nice little bow. Remember when we were playing Wii Sports in 2007 for hours on end and periodically the game would tell you to take a break? Well, if you're like me and you're not doing well, losing matches, your KD is suffering, etc., you just want to throw yourself into another match and try harder. Maybe you should let Grandpa Nintendo teach you something here. If you had a bad match, sit up, take a minute, get some food or water, and get in the right headspace. Take a moment to step away from what is all going on to clear your head. It's the same reason why the busiest time for the gym is between 3 to 6 p.m. As soon as people are off work, they just want to go de-stress. Do your brain and your hands a favor and chill out for a few minutes after a stressful round. Well, that about wraps up all these simple but uncommon tips for improving in Rainbow Six. I hope you guys were able to apply them and improve your game somewhat. If you did, let me know in the comments below, and if you guys have any further questions, you can leave me a comment, message me on Twitter, or even stop by my Twitch and ask them live. All the links will be down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next week.